Thank you. Hi, Jose. I hope you're well. Just
Hi.
wonder, what is it going to be like for you playing against Los Angeles FC? You had much success with them. What is it going to be like going in as a visiting team this time?
For me, I think it's made a lot, before I was here. So, if I'm, I'm excited to be here to play again there. Uh, Also, I feel too many things like emotional, and nothing is good. I will be back to play in this stadium.
Thank you.
Hi, Jose. Just from a tactical perspective, what are you expecting from tomorrow's game against LA?
Bueno, espero.
What I expect is tactically is a really good game where we can kind of like overcome their main line and kind of create a lot of chances and have a good tactical football where we can just play against them and have a good game.
You've had a couple of games now where you've played with Jonathan Osorio and Alonso Coelho in the midfield, and you take up that slightly more advanced role. I'm wondering how you feel about the balance between you three and how you work together.
Bueno, yo creo que sí he venido jugando, ahora he venido jugando algunos.
I think it's been kind of like a good balance with the players. We have been kind of growing and working together to understand the game and the idea that we want to play. Uh, and it's been a slow process where we take step by step as we continue to adapt. Unfortunately, there's only a few games left to continue working on that, but I'm very calm right now, and I feel the belief and the trust from everyone, and I think I've been able to adapt quickly into the team and understand everyone who is around me.
Jose, you are looking very comfortable on the field these days. Do you feel that way? And are you enjoying your time with Toronto?
Eh, Como te dije, he venido por ahí en una temporada de jazz.
Um, as I said, like I came from into the season in a moment, and I think that to gain the momentum and the rhythm of like game, it's better to do it during the games, not so much like a lot of people think that it happens during training, it happens in just running. But to be honest, like you get that rhythm and that momentum once you start playing and competing more games. I'm happy that I've been being able to compete the last few games, and I think that's the most important. But I'm now getting the trust and the belief so that I can show that on the field right now.
And just a quick follow-up, if I may. How tired is the team of one draw after another?
Creo que aquí existe
There are games where you have the chance to like win it or like just lose it, and I think in the last few games we have seen that we have lost some games and we have not some points in the games. But we there's also other games that we have been able to like rescue some points, if we can say that way. Like last game against Chicago in the 88th or 89th minute, they scored the lead goal and we're down one goal. But then I think the team showed the character and the attitude that they had to just come out and tie the game. Even try to find a win if it was possible by time. So obviously there's gonna be frustration because we have so many games where we can had a win instead of like the draw, but we have to continue working. I think we also have to value the fact that we have been able to like get some points and not always being losing the games.
Gracias. Buena suerte.
Thank you.
Just one last quick one from me, if that's all right. I always think of these extended road trips as a chance to get to know your teammates a little bit more, spend some time together away from the pitch. What have the last few days looked like for you and the team, and how do you go about strengthening relationships with the rest of the guys?
yo creo que mi relación con ellos viene creciendo. Ha sido buena, puedo conversar con muchos de ellos, con otros pocos, pero nada, creo que para jugar al fútbol, pues a ve- a veces no te lleva bien con uno, pero dentro de la cancha debe de luchar.
My relationship with everyone on the team has been growing over the past few weeks. I can talk to most of them during the time that we're here. I also think that for the game, sometimes you don't need to be friends with everyone. It happens sometimes that you just have to create relationships and create a team to work on the field. But I hear I have a really good team and I have a really good relationship with all of them. I can have different conversations, so that's pretty much it.
Get a note out there, get it to Oso, who, as the leader and the most vocal one, would quickly organize people and get them into their spots. Yeah, it's just what we do to try to be as prepared and clear as possible.
I'm no football coach, but watching the game as a spectator, I I saw a lot of Oso and other players sort of gesticulating and moving around. There seemed a lot of communication with the team. You've talked a lot about how this unit is functioning as a team. Are you seeing that more on the field in instances like that?
Absolutely. What is great is that guys are really understanding their roles, and the leaders have really taken to embrace what it is we're doing, regardless of shape or whatever the tactics are on the day. And I just think everyone is so intent on getting people into the right spots, being as prepared as possible that you do see that sort of gesticulation, and urgency is really the word. It's urgency to get us as set as quickly as possible.
Okay, I'll let others ask questions, then come back in.
Go ahead, John.
Hi, Robin. How are you?
Good, thanks, John. How are you?
Good. Please be sure to give my best to Greg as well.
I will.
We think very highly of him still. Um, you're facing an LAFC side that has won 5 games in a row, but like you, they're going to be missing some key players as well through international call-ups. Just from a tactical perspective, what are you going to be looking from expecting from them on Wednesday night?
Well, they're in a great run of form, and even though they're missing players, I wouldn't imagine they would change too much. They have a good team and they have a deep team, and they can really plug and play and be very, very similar in certain ways. So I'd be surprised if they made changes, but you never know. You try to be as prepared as possible for all scenarios.
Go ahead, James.
Thanks, Ale. Hey, Robin.
Hey, James, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I almost never get to ask this question, but what's the injured list looking like? I saw Sifu came off with a little bit of something the other night.
Yeah, he was just cramping. He seems to be good to go. Injury situation. I don't really think we have no debilitating injuries. I'm sure there's lots of soreness and fatigue, but having played a few days ago, but I think LAFC will be in a similar boat. So I'm sure we'll freshen up with a few different players, and I would imagine they will as well.
Go ahead, Neil.
Robin, I wonder, the way things have been going with the team and there have been positive steps, do you wish there were more games to come? I mean, you only have 2 left, and it seems a bit sad the way things are going.
Yeah, I really do, to be honest. I've been so proud of how this team has dealt with everything that's been thrown at them all year. The year started in turmoil, to be quite honest, and they just put their heads down and kept working. And throughout the year, we've had lots of turnover, lots of faces gone, new faces in. And the common theme is that they just keep working. And we see the progress, certainly 8 draws in a row. We'd love for some of those to be wins, but we're keeping ourselves in games, and we're making sure that we remain in games. And I keep saying this every week. It's about getting slightly more precise in the final third. And I wish this was May, put it that way. We feel like we've come together as a group. And, the more games we have, the better we think it would continue to become.
Thank you.
Go ahead, John.
Robin, I wanted to ask about Kevin Long. What is his status?
Yeah, I think he's not going to be available for the rest of the year, given his hamstring injury. So, unfortunately, he's worked extremely hard to try to get back, and the medical staff has worked really diligently with him as well. And I just think it's not going to happen in the short period of time that we have.
Go ahead, James.
Thanks again, Ale. Robin, for most of the season, this has been kind of a fast break team in attack. But the last few games, I thought we've seen some possession established in that final third. Some patience, looking for gaps in that defense. Is that an evolution we should continue to see as your longer term view comes to fruition? And I guess alongside that, how far down that pathway to your ideal do you think we are right now?
I think it's definitely something that we have worked toward. I thought early in the year we struggled to build attacks, which led to the fact that we had to be more transition than anything else. And I really think you need to be proficient in both. This is a league that spends most of its money on people up front, which means they spend less money on people in the back. So we certainly want to try to put defenders under pressure. Transition is a great way to do that. You've seen how LAFC has been. But you also want to be able to establish some control. I do feel like in the last 2 months, we've done a much better job of being able to start attacks and being able to build and mount sustained attacks. We've gotten more deep progressions. And, the last part of it is we have to be able to turn those deep progressions into actual things.
Go ahead, John.
Robin, post game, what will the boys have some days off before for the rest of the week, or will you guys go straight back into sort of training?
No, they'll have a few days off, and we'll be back in on Sunday. We've only played one of the 2 games, but it will have been a long trip and a couple of grueling games and a couple of days to get themselves back together. I'm sure we're going to be dealing with a great deal of fatigue by the end of it.
Go ahead, James.
Yeah, just one last quick one, if that's all right. Robin, TFC2's season came to an end on the weekend. I know guys pop into training fairly regularly, but is this a chance to maybe add some depth for these last couple of matches? I know the bench was a little short in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly is. Nate Edwards is here. Reese is here. Schaff is here. So, yes, certainly there will be an opportunity to provide some depth and look at a few guys and perhaps get a few more in even next weekend, depending on our numbers and injury situation looks like.
And final question for Neil. Go ahead.
Thanks. Robin, you've been asked this before, so forgive me for making you possibly repeat your answer, but I was struck by both Kobe and Kosi's performance in Chicago. Those are 2 guys that seem to have come a long way. Just your take on their performance and maybe their growth this year.
I think both guys have really progressed, in my opinion. Both guys seemed a bit young and erratic when we first got here, and I just feel like over time they've worked incredibly hard. And Kobe has shown some real quality, and Kosi has shown some real quality and versatility. He's had to play right back. Sometimes he inverts into the middle. Sometimes he's out wide. Then he's had to play center back recently. And I think the common theme for both guys is that they're extremely proud. They play with a ton of pride. They both play with a lot of no quit in them. And I think as a result, they've just dug in and worked really hard, and they have really earned the respect of the group. And these are 2 guys who I think have been really, really valuable for us in the stretch over the last couple of months where we've had some success.